Alright guys, what is going on? I hope you guys are having a great day. Today we're here, finally another video working on Mikey. It's been a pretty long time. Last thing I did was probably like a few things here and there. The biggest major project that you guys saw was the control arms, but other than that it's been super slow. But I finally got another part, and that is the turbo inlet pipe. So I'm going to show you guys how to put that on and probably just run through, why you should get one, and see how the car acts once we have it all on. I'm gonna try to put more videos out there now because I'm slowly starting to get back into buying car parts. I had to take a little bit of break because of money and whatnot. There's other things that I needed to do. Let's get right into it so I can get this over with, and it should be relatively easy, but I know a lot of people say it's a pain in the ass, so I'm not gonna expect it to be a walk in the park. And as you guys know, nothing goes perfectly right while working on this car, so let's get into it. Alright, so I got my tools already. The car's on jack stands in the air, the hood's popped. I'm going to go ahead and start with taking everything off the top first, because I feel like this is where mostly everything is at. We're going to want to take off the N75, the PVC connection. Obviously I have this catch can, so mine has like this hose right here, but if you don't have catch can, it's just going to be that circle hockey puck looking thing. So you're going to take those off, and your diverter valve. And if you have an AWD engine code like I do, then yours is just going to be identical, just pretty much those three things. But I know that like newer or later model Volkswagens, they have a few more extra connections. That's why the turbo inlet pipe has so your MAF is going to connect on the big end right here. This little one's where your N75 is going to be. This one's going to be your PVC, and this one right here is going to be your diverter valve. And this one down here, later model Volkswagens will have a connection that goes into this piece, but I don't have that, which means I'm just going to use the plug that they included to plug that hole up. And they also do include adapters, just in case your Jetta has a different size PVC, so you don't have to worry about this fitting properly or not. It does fit all KO3 turbos. I don't know about the KO4, but it will fit pretty much this kit that they have will fit any 1.8T, because they have all the adapters necessary if you don't have certain connections and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and take everything off from the top, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so here it is with everything off. As you can tell by all these hose clamps, it's really easy. If you've never touched anything here before, then you're probably gonna have all those stupid one-time use Volkswagen clamps. These ones right here that you just have to cut off. There we go, one of those. You'll just have those pretty much like all over there. But if you've already pretty much messed with just about everything around here, then you're just gonna have your hose clamps, and you're really just gonna unscrew those and undo everything. So that's pretty much everything done up here. Now we just move on to the bottom. Also, if anyone's wondering, yes, the new kit does come with all the hose clamps that you need. Just in case you do have all those one-time use clamps, you can always replace them. So yeah, everything, like I said, everything comes with this kit. It's pretty much like all you would need to do this install. So we're done up here. Now all we have to do is disconnect this hose down here. As you can see, that little connector that's like near the turbo. As you can see, we just have to take that hose off at the bottom and then disconnect the inlet pipe from the turbo, and then it's just a matter of weaving it out, and then we'll pretty much have that one off, and then we can just slap this one on. It shouldn't take too long, but there is some disassembly, and it is really crammed under there, so it will take time, but we can definitely get it done pretty soon. So yeah, we'll get to it. Alright guys, I'm going to try to show you under here the best I can. It's super crammed though, so sorry if everything's like not visible and the camera's in the way of the light. I can even barely see the camera screen, so I don't even know what I'm pointing at, to be honest. Okay, so that right there's your turbo, I can see that. I just got done undoing the turbo inlet from down here, but basically you're gonna have one hose connected to that little metal tip on the other one that I showed you, and then there's gonna be a single 10mm bolt holding the end of the turbo inlet pipe to the turbo. I'll show you that once I get it out, because it's hard to see from down here. It also helps if you take off this thing right there, that round thing. That's going to be the shield that's covering the boot right here for the CV axle. If you take that off, it makes your life a lot easier. You don't have to like mess around trying to get around something that's blocking your way. So Now I just got to get up here and pretty much finagle the inlet pipe out of there. So I'll get that out and I'll show you guys the inlet pipe in more detail. Alright, so it took a lot of wiggling, but it is finally out. It really did take a lot of wiggling. That was pretty hard, but when it finally came out, it was pretty satisfying. But yeah, so as you can see, you take off all your N75 PVC diverter valve, and then that hose at the bottom that I said right here, and then this right here is just going to be your single bolt holding it in. Once you do that, just slide it right out and just weave it out of the pocket in there, and then comes right out. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of a difference between the OEM one and the aftermarket one. The OEM one is kind of like this crappy two-piece design. You know, you're probably going to want to go with this one just because, as you can see, it's a lot smoother. It's made of 3-ply silicone, I believe, so it's a lot more durable, which is really important if you are tuned and are running at a higher PSI. This probably isn't going to cut it if you are running like 20 pounds of boost, so you're definitely going to want this. This two-piece design, this is really restrictive, as you can see how it narrows out right there, whereas this just kind of stays the same the whole way. And it has this right here has a really harsh bend, to be honest. I can just imagine how terrible that must be. This is a lot more smooth and nice, streamlined. And this up here causes a lot of turbulence, this accordion design going on here. And this is just a lot weaker, more, you know, you can just see how floppy it is. And this area right here is prone to having intake leaks, which is pretty bad, so definitely going to want to go with this one. And as you can tell, this one right here has that piece, and right here my pipe doesn't. So that's what I mean by some of them do and some of them don't. So I'm just going to need to plug that up. So yeah, and so that's pretty much performance wise. I'm pretty sure you're going to have like a smoother spool, and just, you know, you're going to get air into the turbo a lot more efficiently and faster. So it's a lot nicer. Sound wise, I'm not too sure, just because I haven't heard how this 1.8 sounds with this on. So maybe it's louder, maybe it has a different tone, I don't know. When I get it on and I drive it around, I'll definitely be able to let you guys know if the sound changes at all. But yeah, so that's the stock one off. Let's just slap this one back on. We're not going to need this bolt anymore because this one doesn't have one. Obviously, it just comes with a hose clamp. You literally just put this in the same place and just put hose clamps on everything here. So it's pretty easy, to be honest. And you know, it's a nice little upgrade, you know, that could help out if you are tuned and whatnot, like I said. So definitely something that you'd want to go for. But I'm gonna go ahead and slap this on, and then we'll be pretty much done. Alright guys, so a few days later, actually almost a week later of having the new turbo inlet pipe in, it's honestly pretty awesome. I really like it. It was a huge pain in the butt to install. As you guys know, there's some hard lines that it's really hard to get around with, like, you know, the size of the turbo inlet and whatnot. You know, the stock one's really meant to fit in tight spaces. But anyways, performance wise, you know, my car is not really like heavily modified. In fact, there's kind of a few things wrong with it, which kind of makes it be in like a all the time limp mode. But you know, that'll be fixed later on. So I haven't noticed too much, but what I think I have noticed is that the turbo seems to be more responsive in terms of spool. Like it kind of spools up quicker, more like as soon as you press the throttle. It hesitates less than with the stock turbo inlet pipe. So that's one thing that I noticed. As for the thing that a lot of people I know are probably going to ask about, the sound. Yes, it sounds a lot louder. At first I didn't think it was going to be a lot louder. I thought, oh, maybe it'll be like a slight difference. No, dude, the turbo screams now. Like, with the spool is so much louder, you know, for such a tiny turbo like a KO3, you know, where you can barely hear it at all. It's you can definitely hear the spool now. I'll tell you that. And the blow off, of course, or I guess diverter valve, because it's not really a blow valve. The diverter valve is obviously a lot louder as well. So it is better performance wise. It's more durable than the stock one. So when you're running higher boost, it won't give out on you. And it does have it's a lot louder in volume. So you're definitely gonna be able to break next in terms of sound as well. So I mean, I already have. Sometimes I'll romp on it and then let off, and then you'll hear the turbo like blow off, and then people will just like turn their heads around to my car. So it's kind of funny, but yeah, turbo in the pipe, would I recommend it? Hell yeah, definitely. It is a pain in the ass to install, so you kind of just have to like live through that. If you have worked on your car all the time before and done really hard things, it should be just another difficulty. You should be able to just get through it. But if it's probably like one of the first things you're doing, just be prepared that it's not going to be easy. Taking a stock one off is obviously super easy. Taking a stock one off of anything is always super easy, but then the reinstallation is the hard part. I thought taking a stock one off was going to be really hard, but it really wasn't at all. So yeah, I highly recommend it. I got it while it was on sale too, so I'm really happy about that. And it has, like I said, the kit comes with everything you need. It has all the hose clamps, all the hardware. It has different adapters if you have a different size PCV, and like I showed with that little part that comes out, it has a plug for there if you don't have the vacuum line that comes in through there. And it does have another concern that people were saying was like the little metal bit where the vacuum line connects, that's like near the turbo. If you buy like a turbo limit off of eBay, it won't come with the metal bit that you need for that, but this one already has it, and it actually is already pre-installed, so you won't have to worry about that. So yeah, I highly recommend going and getting this kit. It's ECS Tuning's own kit. So if you just go over there and go on turbo in the pipe, you're gonna see like ones from Forge and everything, and you can go whichever one you want, but I just went with the ECS one just because honestly it was cheaper. I highly recommend it. If you have a 1.8, get one. Your turbo is gonna sound so sick with it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Sorry for lack of content, you know, it hasn't been too much going on, but it is starting to turn around a little bit. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.